I'm Kavita Shanae, and Steve is joining us here today in Dr. Bolton's office. Steve, first I want to say that I was just looking at your before picture. Your hair looks fabulous. Fabulous. Like, it's like, I can imagine it in the wind, blowing in the wind. You know what I mean? Like with the top down. Let's start from the beginning, okay? How old were you when you noticed your hair loss? I have to ask this to everybody.
It started in my mid-30s.
Mid-30s, okay.
I remember one night I was watching TV, and on the TV comes, I think it was Hair Club for Men, and they're talking, and they said they're going to send you a little package. And, okay, you know, very discreet, and yeah, it came in the mail, very discreet. I looked at it and put it away. I never heard from them again. You know, and it wasn't really the right time.
Right.
As you get older, when I had my kids, you know, they're laying on my back and they're looking down and saying, "Dad, you have a hole in the back of your head."
What did that feel like for you to hear that?
I didn't like hearing it, but it was in the back of my head. I really didn't see it, so it wasn't that bad. But when it started on my hairline and coming up, it
affected you.
It wasn't a good feeling.
How did you come to Dr. Bolton?
Well, I went to a guy that was expensive, and I said, you know, he gave me a price, and he said, well, if that's too expensive, you can go to another doctor that I work with, and he'll give you a better price. And it's like, well, if it's, if you can't afford me, I'll give you somebody else. And I looked up the doctor, and it really didn't work for me. But when he was telling me that, the salesperson, I said, well, I know I can get it. There's other places in Fort Lauderdale. And he said, who, this guy or that guy or Dr. Bolton? And then the light went off. I never heard of Dr. Bolton.
Ooh.
So I got home and I looked up Dr. Bolton, and I looked on the website and I looked at the results. And
that website has so much information, right?
Yes.
It's kind of like one stop for everything to do with it. I mean, it's like so many resources on that website.
And I love the pictures, what everybody looked like.
Great.
And
they're not just the pictures, we were saying, they're not just the pictures of, okay, here's before and then here's after.
No, it was
before and then after.
It was apples for apples.
Right.
And it was all after one procedure.
Right.
Which really impressed me.